All right, guys. 2024 has begun. Season 4 officially in swing. The gas leak year is behind us.
It's gone.
It's the first intro of the new year, of the new season. I say we have to start this off with something to set the tone for the rest of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
completely
something that like people would just like never expect, or like that completely subverts expectations like from last year.
No, yeah. I mean, we got to start off on a high note. I mean, are you saying like something like really like fun, energetic, just like all that?
Yeah, something that's like completely like exciting and thrilling and just like spins this whole podcast on its head.
Okay, perfect. I totally agree, but I just want to be real with you guys. Like before we start the intro or anything like that, I've kind of been going through a rough phase. I had a pet goldfish that I got like about a couple days ago, and it just passed away last night. So if it seems like I'm not like fully into this episode, like I completely understand if it feels like I'm off.
Whoa, story of Family Guy. Quagmire, Cleveland Joe, those are my best bros. Welcome to the show, story of Family Guy.
I started laughing halfway through it because when
No,
you were
I
like,
saw
yeah,
I saw you
you're
go like this, and I was
you're
like,
like, yeah, my goldfish, and then in my head I'm like spontaneously combusted.
Yo, put like an exploding goldfish if you can find it. That'd be so funny.
How the fuck does a goldfish spontaneously combust? That's the type of shit that we're on in season 4. What's up, guys? Music starts now!
Oh, no fucking way, dude.
Woo!
We had no
What a
idea we were
transition.
starting.
Goodness, yeah, somewhere we'll do the transition. Oh,
Fellas, what you up to? How's it going?
what's that, guys? Do you hear the music? It's new but old. What the fuck? It's
Bringing
season
back
1 music.
the classic.
It's
Bring
kinda
back the
like
classic.
a throwback.
Dude, we're literally so fucking back. We're literally
We're
so
so
fucking
back,
It's
dude.
not funny.
Season 4, blue. God.
Blue is the color. I mean,
Blue is
is everyone rocking with blue?
Ding, ding,
Check it.
ding.
Kinda.
Check it.
Navy blue.
What?
Could
the
be.
screen, the
Shit,
screen
could be.
reflection is kind of blue.
Kinda.
Shit, could be.
Shit, could
Could
be.
be.
Guys,
Shit, man, could be.
what are you all up to? I mean, let's go ahead and just start off there. I mean, what do you guys been up to?
Shit, I mean, doing shit. Jackson,
Yeah,
you
man.
folded your fingers in a devious way. What have you been up to?
No, I'm sorry. This is a weird story that happened literally today that I've been meaning I wanted to tell on the podcast because this never happened to me before.
We'll go
But
ahead.
have you guys ever heard
Hit us
like the
with it.
thing about like, dude, do not like take pills on an empty stomach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super real. Because I woke up this morning and like I had to go color some shit at like 9, but so
Like
I
with
rushed.
crayons or pencils?
No, color grade.
Be more
Guys.
specific next time.
Shit, you're so right, dude. That's all on me. Anyways, I have to color grade. I shower real quick.
Had to go
I'm
make
doing
a
my
movie real
skincare
quick.
routine, and I'm on like acne pills. So I'm like, fuck, dude. I really should take my shit, but I haven't had anything to eat. And I'm like, you know what? One time won't hurt. Pop the pill.
Oh.
I get on the road. I get
One time
to the
won't
coloring
hurt, pop the
suite.
pill.
I immediately realized that I forgot my hard drive. I had to turn. So I turned back around. I get back in my car, and you guys haven't seen Zone of Interest, so this won't make any sense. But I had a Zone of Interest moment where I was driving back. It immediately just was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. It hit me, and it was. I've never had like a panicky throw up moment before. Like usually, I'm pretty good at like keeping it until I get to the bathroom. I sprint into my house like I'm in the fucking Olympics, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's
shakingly
brutal.
putting the key in. I can feel my mouth just swelling with sweat, and I'm like, in my head, I know I'm like, if I swallow the spit, I'm gonna yak. And so my mouth is just like full of spit. I like open my door, I run to the bathroom, and I yak, dude. I fully yak, and I'm like, this is crazy. This has never
happens.
happened before. And
I yak,
immediately-
bro.
And I
Fucking
immediately
blow
feel
beads.
fine, dude. I immediately
Really?
feel so much better. It's all over. I drive back to school. I have my hard drive. I take one bite of my double smoked bacon sandwich from Starbucks. It comes back on, dude. I'm like, and now I'm at school. So I'm like, I'm about to
brother.
yak. It's in
Holy
the film
fuck.
school. So I try to nonchalantly walk to the bathroom, like, hey guys, like, oh, hey guys, and I make it in there, and I'm literally like giving myself a pep talk next to I'm in the big stall, giving myself a pep talk. Thank God it's empty, but I'm literally just sitting. If this is the toilet, I'm literally just sitting there like this.
He knows what he must do.
And finally, I was able to hold it in long enough that it passed, and I was fine for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Hey,
Damn.
But yeah.
you know, well, in the future, if people ask, you can just say that Starbucks
Bro was poisoned.
Starbucks was so
got
bad.
poisoned.
Yeah, you got poisoned by Starbucks, and
Do not get the double smoked bacon sandwich from Starbucks.
Do not.
Do not. You know, actually,
Big fan of the feta wrap at Starbucks. Shit is good. Anyway, Luke.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got Starbucks for free the other day. One of my friends.
Yeah, apparently you could just go in and
girlfriend.
take the stuff. Just like leave before they ask for the money.
One of
It's
my
like,
friends-
it's
All you need is a gun.
One of my friends works there. One of my
Can I have a
friends,
bacon,
one,
egg,
of,
and cheese?
one of my friends works there, and we showed up, and we were like, hey, and like they always give us free shit, and maybe we'll cut this, but it was kind of funny. Like, well, hold on, maybe we'll cut this, but like.
And we're back.
You know we're back in the saddle,
They can
baby.
attest that it was funny.
Season 4.
We're so fucking back, guys.
guys,
Season
love
4.
to see it,
Season 4. We're coming in hard.
Starting off with a banger.
Starting off with already cutting something, so that's a
Starting
good
off with a
that's a good
banger,
sign.
guys.
All right, but can I get really serious for a second,
Oh shit.
guys? Season 4 is starting off on a low note because, fellas, I am calling on every single person that listens and watches this podcast, and the three of us, we, for the foreseeable future, are going to war. And you may be like, well, Luke, that makes no sense. What do you mean? I didn't realize a fucking, what do you call it whenever they force you to go to the army or whatever?
The draft?
The draft. I didn't expect this to be the good enough draft, you know. I didn't expect that today. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you all, but we're not the good enough podcast anymore.
What the fuck,
Dude.
dude?
These fucking people. I swear to God, I don't know who. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to say before we started, because we were talking about this before recording. Here's the thing. When we started our podcast, we went through like 5 different names. And I remember multiple times being like, shit, we have got to search up if a podcast like this exists.
Does this exist? Was the
Does
big
this exist?
question we asked when branding
And there was a podcast called The Good Enough Podcast that did exist before us that had been inactive for years. And we were like, you know what?
Fair
it's
game.
free range.
Fair
Fair game.
game.
Fair game.
Inactive.
You're
and
not
that
active
they
anymore.
Continue to be inactive. They have not come back. So we were like, you know what? This is okay for us to do. And for years,
I bet you.
for years it was okay. You know, nothing bad happened. But Jackson, continue.
A few weeks ago, something happened, guys.
It happened.
New channel on YouTube called The Good Enough Podcast.
New Good Enough
Luke.
podcast dropped.
Brand fucking
Luke.
That's
new.
what happened.
Luke,
And it's not blue.
tell them how many subscribers they have.
We look at Good Enough Podcast on YouTube to like find ourselves or whatever. We find this new channel. They already have, as of recording, they have 5.6 thousand subscribers on YouTube. And I don't even know how many people listen on streaming. I'm going to go look on Spotify right now.
I have on my own personal YouTube channel Googled Good Enough Podcast, who I subscribe to multiple times. And every time I do, we're not even in the top result. On my
I
own
Googled.
YouTube channel.
I Googled with the Good Enough Podcast YouTube account. Good Enough Podcast Awards. 4th down. Are you fucking with me?
And they haven't even had a podcast awards yet. So how does that happen? When you literally get so specific and niche with it that theirs comes on top. Our search engine shit is getting butt fucked
What kind of
But
voodoo magic
fucked.
did they perform to appear suddenly in fucking Good Enough Podcast SEO, bro?
I'll tell you
What the hell?
I will tell you what the fuck happened. I will tell you.
do this shit
Because this is why.
for 5 weeks.
It's a
And think that
podcast.
it's some fucking walk in the park.
It's a podcast ran by two guys. Their names are Johnny
We're
Carey
just two
and
guys.
Michael Hamilton. All right?
Just two guys.
And I was
Why
like,
watch a
oh,
podcast with 2 guys when you could watch a podcast with 3 guys?
And I
That's
was like,
one more
oh,
guy.
I was
That's
like,
simple
oh,
math.
Who are these people? I don't know these people. You know, like Johnny Carey, Michael Hamilton. That sounds like who the fuck are those people?
Tell them who they are. Tell them.
So I looked them up on YouTube. Michael Hamilton, you know, good on that guy. A humble guy, has almost 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's grinding. You know, he's working hard for it. You know, we appreciate the hustle, right? Then I look at Johnny Carey, who is the white guy who is on the podcast. 1.29 million subscribers.
It's over.
We're fucked.
It's over.
We're
It's
fucked.
It's so fucking Jover.
It's so over,
fucking
dude.
Jover. What are we supposed to? How do I even? We're done. We're done. Now, because here's the thing. Now, whenever anyone asks, like, "Oh, I hear you do a podcast," and I go, "Oh yeah, well, I got one called the Good Enough Podcast," they're gonna look it up and be like, "I can't find it."
Didn't even think about that.
There's a different podcast with two guys who have weird British accents.
Every time we recommend our podcast,
They're
to people,
British?
we
I
now
think
have
they're
to tell
British.
people that ours is the second option.
And here's what bugs me the most about
And
it.
they're
Okay,
British.
here's what bugs me the most. Let's return back to what we said at the beginning. When we were looking up or thinking of podcast names, every time we came up with the name we liked, we looked it up right after to make sure that it was not active and that it didn't exist. One of those two.
I know for 99% sure that they looked up our name and saw our channel and went, "They're too
Fuck 'em.
small. It won't matter. They won't
Fuck
care."
'em.
Here I am, baby. Luke, put my address on screen right now. Pull up. Pull up.
Just like
It's-
Jackson
we're
sure
taking
he's
this-
doing the right thing.
And it's done.
yeah.
Hey, and I know for a fact these guys, I agree with both of you. I know for a fact these motherfuckers, I'm saying it, these motherfuckers looked at our channel and they said, "Oh shit, these guys are small. It doesn't matter. They don't even have 500 subscribers. We have 1.29 million subs on my main channel. People are going to come over. This will immediately take over the name, The Good Enough Podcast," right? The war has already started, my friend, because I'll tell you why. The Good Enough patrons, without even asking us, stole your fucking podcast name for a subreddit. They made the Good Enough Podcast subreddit, so you can't fucking take that, you
Fighting a
motherfucker!
good fight, I see.
One! That is one! Two! I
Tell
am
'em.
going... you know what? I don't even care to use this word. We are going to harass you. We are going to harass you until
Joke,
you publicly
joke,
acknowledge us.
joke,
Yeah,
joke.
joke. But
Joke.
seriously, we're going to harass you until, you know, you publicly acknowledge the fact. Joke, obviously, but seriously, we're going to keep messing with you until you publicly acknowledge that this is gentrification, what you're doing here. This is crazy.
It's fucking. It's just ridiculous. I know that they sat there and watched 5 seconds of the gas leak years, and they were like,
They're like, damn, they fell
had
off.
no
We can-
clue.
we
They
can
had no
pick up
clue.
what they put down.
So,
All right.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I want everyone to do, okay? This is what I want everyone to do. Obviously, we can't actually harass them. With that being said, we can engage with their content, right? No, I'm not saying subscribe. I'm not saying listen to it, because obviously you already have
I'm
one.
definitely not
Definitely
saying
don't
that.
do that.
You already have one Good Enough podcast in your life, right? But what you can do is over on their YouTube channel, what's stopping you from leaving a comment saying, "Hey, where's Jake, Jackson, and Luke? This isn't the real Good Enough podcast." I have already followed suit, leaving comments on the podcast channel on every episode.
Yeah. If you see a comment on their channel, give it a like and boost it
Yeah,
up.
give it a like,
Give it a
boost
like.
it. Yeah, give it a like. You know, and don't be mean. I want to be very clear. These are probably chill guys. I'm sure they have a great show. Couldn't be better than ours though. But I'm just saying. I'm
Not
sure the
better than
podcast
us.
is. I'm sure the podcast is okay. But what I'm saying is, you can't be okay. You got to be good enough, which
Hell
is what
yeah.
we are.
Oh fuck yeah!
Okay.
Battle
Let's go.
cry.
So don't be mean. Do not be mean. But what I want all of you to do, is to go onto their YouTube channel where they post these podcasts, as you do. And I want you to just leave not mean, very clear. Do not be mean. Do not be rude. But I want you to be like, hey, there's already a good enough podcast. It's this one. That's the one I watch. Hey, why did you take this name? Just ask some harmless questions. I'm sure they'll notice us then.
So,
And if they want to turn this battle into a fucking war, then mother of God,
Ball's in their court.
ball is in their damn court. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to fucking put on my armor and put up a shield
Creator
and a
Clash
sword.
2.5.
Dude.
Boom.
Oh boy.
So,
So-
as we do this, allow me to play devil's advocate here.
Oh god.
It's not that unique of a name. It's not that crazy, my friend.
Okay.
Is it not out of the realm of possibilities? So you're just sitting there like, yeah, good enough podcast. Yeah, fuck it, run with it.
Look,
Dude, they had to have looked it up because they had
they had to have.
I
would check that they had to have looked it up.
Because no one who has that much knowledge of social media and like YouTube would ever not check to see if their search engine shit would get fucking blasted. Like ours just did. Dude, I have to tell everyone that I ever recommend this podcast to now that it's not the Good Enough podcast. It's the other one.
And there goes a color scheme. We can never use pink now. Because
No,
we
pink's
can.
not. We used
baby-
pink first!
We had
We did
baby
use
pink.
pink
There's
first.
just like a
Holy
neon
fuck.
purple pink.
Dude, imagine that they switched to orange after 50 episodes. I'm gonna
Okay,
lose
if they
it.
do
I
that,
bet they
I'm
will.
on your guys' side. That's for
I
that's
bet
All
they
right,
will.
1,000%.
all right.
I bet they
Hey,
fucking will,
you know
dude.
what? Let's look into this a little more. All right, our channel, we got the Good Enough podcast, and our slogan is the bio. It's good enough. Classic slogan, classic. Right?
Of course.
I go to their channel. I click on their bio. Here's the description of their channel. Prepare for laughs. Prepare for laughs, crying, laughing emoji, keeping it real, 100 emoji, and some outrageous stories that you've never heard before. I looking like that. Microphone emoji. The Good Enough Pod is hosted by @JohnnyCarey98, @MichaelHamiltonInt, as in entertainment.
Bro, he's got an entertainment copyright.
Also, they just include
He's licensed.
Also, they just include their They don't say where. So I'm gonna hunt them down really quick. As you do when you stalk people.
Was that the whole bio? Was that
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Prepare
You couldn't
for
even come up
laughs.
with a slogan. They just said "prepare for laughs, keeping it real, and some outrageous stories."
Which is
Prepare
very different than other podcasts.
For laughs. Here, I'll
I've
play the
never heard of
devil's
a podcast that
advocate.
does that before.
I will listen to a full episode and report back. I'll go behind
Okay.
enemy lines. I'll report back, and we'll get
Yeah,
a
give
feel.
intel.
We'll get a lay of the land. I'll peek
We
my
need a
head
sleeper
over the
cell for
trenches.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what's going on here, and then see if this is grounds for all-out ballistic warfare.
All right.
Dude,
let's
imagine
just
listening in. They're just like horrible people.
There's like,
Just
yo,
like, oh my God,
we
what
found
the
this.
fuck?
We found this small pocket, good enough pocket. Fuck them, dude. We have so many more
The
fucking subs
the
than they
on
do.
there, the doesn't even match with anything. I just looked up @JohnnyCarey98, nowhere to be found. Not on Twitter, aka fucking I don't know Elon
probably
Fuckstick
YouTube.
or whatever his little hidey hole.
Awesome
looked
joke,
up,
buddy.
I haven't looked up Michael Hamilton. I don't want to say X. Fuck you. Michael Hamilton. Maybe Michael Hamilton Ant will have something.
Ant.
Do any of you? All right. Do any of you have any? Are you against me sending our viewers to at least just leave harmless comments on their most recent podcast episode?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm pro, but I think we've kind of went too far to go back.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they'll be.
Just be nice.
I'm
just
sure
be
random
nice.
people on the internet know the subtlety, and they will be very mature about this. I'm sure that's the case here.
Why? All right, now I'm double confused. Both of their ats on Instagram don't work. Why did they put that?
Shit, man.
Shit
man.
beats me.
None
Man,
of those
you know what
work.
else beats?
None of those work.
You know what else beats?
What?
Dre.
Fucking Zac Efron and the Iron Claw. Am I right, guys?
He
What a
beat.
transition.
Who'd he
Oh,
beat?
I'm an idiot. It's their YouTube ats. Sorry.
Yeah. So
dumb.
exactly what I just said, like for like 10 minutes. Awesome. Who would have ever seen that coming?
Welcome to the club, buddy. A little late.
Anyways, we
This
also fucking
is-
Iron Claw because Jake was like, "You gotta see this movie."
This is unprecedented. Rarely does the Good Enough podcast, well, mostly the Good Enough podcast boys see at least one of them sees a movie. Rarely do two of the same Good Enough podcast boys see a movie. The same amount of cataclysmic probability is all three seeing a movie. That's big shit.
Huge even.
Jake was begging us on his knees,
Begging, crying.
ready to slob. He was
Manipulating.
like, please, watch the
Jackson.
Iron Claw featuring Zac Efron as Kevin.
Kevin, Jeremy Allen White is Carrie, fuck, and who's the tall guy? His name has a dick in it. What is it called? What's his name? The tall one.
Richard.
Like
D.
in real
Cox.
life?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's his name?
Let me look.
Dickinson. What's his first name?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah,
I
all right.
doesn't-
Let me
Well,
look. Let me look.
I
let
only
me
knew
look,
Jeremy
let me
Allen
look.
White and
hung
Zac
me
Efron.
out to dry.
Iron Claw.
Anyway.
Iron Claw.
Iron Claw.
Harris Dickinson
Harris Dickinson. I knew he had Dick in his name somewhere.
as David.
David Von Erich.
Then you
Yes.
got
We all-
Holt as Fritz Von Erich.
Holt, the old man.
Holt McCallany.
Don't forget the young guy. He was my favorite.
Dude, is he related to fucking what's his name? Quentin Tarantino.
Stanley.
I don't think so,
Simons.
no.
Dude, he looks exactly like him.
I don't think so.
He does. He absolutely does it. Yeah, 1,000%.
I can see it kind of.
I don't agree.
1,000%. He looks exactly like him. I think y'all are tripping.
Damn. Anyways,
Anyway.
we all saw the movie.
Yeah,
We
we
also
all
Iron
watched
Claw.
it. This is very rare occurrence. Most of the time we don't ever talk about new movies. I guess this is to show how our podcast has progressed over the years. You know, used to talk about new music, and now we don't give a fuck about that shit.
So now me and Jake talk about new music.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm there to talk about a movie or show, I guess.
And Luke
But Iron
listens.
Claw. Iron Claw.
Iron Claw.
Jake, I feel like you should start because
Yeah,
obviously
same.
you were the most excited about this movie.
So it is pretty blatant if you listen to me talk in real life. I'm a wrestling guy. So when I heard they're like, oh, they're making a wrestling movie. Not only are they making a wrestling movie, A24 is making a wrestling movie. Not only is A24 making a wrestling movie, but they're making it about the Von Erich story. I'm like, oh my God, this is either going to be so good or a hot pile of shit. Spoiler alert, it wasn't a hot pile of shit. And I'm glad we all watched it because I'm curious to see everyone's thoughts. Jackson, I cheated. I watched your parental guidance
yeah.
neglected, so I
I've
know
been holding
your
off.
exact thoughts.
I've been
Yes,
holding
and
off.
So I'm curious to know. I guess since Jackson's already in the ether and I already kind of know, give me the rundown, boss.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. I went in knowing nothing about these guys. I mean, I knew something tragic was going to happen because I just heard the buzz on Twitter and stuff. But I had no idea what to expect in this movie. I thought it was shot beautifully. Like, super awesome cinematography.
Was it
Shot
on film?
Yes, shot on 35mm.
It
film.
looked nice. I love the color, especially in the beginning, like that one opening scene with Zac Efron running through the field. I'm like, ooh, colors on this.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't get colors like that on digital, man. You just
Nah,
can't.
brother. Absolutely not.
Yeah, just something great. I love that shot of him going against the ropes too, like back and forth.
Probably my
That's
favorite
an
shot
awesome.
in the whole movie.
The one that was in the
I know.
trailer, like that shit.
Yeah,
was, that was
so
banger.
fucking hard, dude. Zac Efron had a great performance. I mean, everyone did, but he was a standout. Music was awesome. I love the ending. I cried my eyes out. I saw it by myself too, so it was like extra embarrassing when it's like, damn, here I am,
Bro crying in the
crying
theater
my
by
eyes out.
himself.
Yeah, so I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I like was like, oh, dude, like best movie ever, but like, dude, really fucking good movie.
I think I'm pretty much like in the same camp as you. Like even
Yeah.
when I was listening to your parental guidance neglected podcast, like everything you guys were saying, I'm like, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get into it as more movie talk, but like, I pretty much feel the exact same way as you, except for one scene that I'm sure we'll talk about. But Luke, go. I'm curious your overall thoughts.
I thought it was a great flick. I went and saw this with my roommate, aka Repairman Man, aka Spencer. I saw it with him at Cinemark. So, you know, we were sitting back enjoying the film. And I really liked it. I thought everyone was great. I honestly think that Zac Efron, I really do think he'll get an Oscar nom for this movie. I thought he absolutely... But also, you know, when it comes to like wrestling or like fight movies, like they don't typically like, you know. But I think the fact that it is A24, maybe like the Academy will be like, well, maybe, you know. And plus, around like halfway through this movie, it goes from being a wrestling movie to just like the most tragic thing you've ever watched in your entire life. And I already knew what happened because I read up on the Von Erich story like beforehand. So I kind of expected what was going to happen. But just the way it was portrayed in the film was just so heartbreaking. And I remember it's very difficult for me to cry watching any like TV show or movie or anything like that. It's very difficult. I was tearing up a little bit at the end. I really was. I'll get into what scene that is if we do spoiler talk, but
I'd say since we all watch it, this will be spoiler talk. So,
well, do we want to get into that right now?
I mean, yeah, fuck it. Like,
all right.
If you want the Iron Claw to not be spoiled, skip to
41:14. I'll voice
on
over
screen
something.
and on audio.
Yeah.
So
wait. Before though, what would you guys give the quick rating, or do we want to wait? Fuck that.
Let's wait till the end.
We'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait till the end.
Yeah,
all right. So the part that made me tear up was the scene where not in heaven. It was the last scene where he's watching his sons play football with one another. And
that was brutal. That one was really brutal.
Just sitting there crying. He was like, I don't have a brother anymore. I'm not a brother anymore.
I used to have brothers. Now I used to be a big brother. Now I'm not even a brother. No, that shit was real as
that
fuck.
was the part that broke me. I was like, what a sad moment. But I was saying that I very rarely cry, but I was tearing up, and I walked out of the theater with Spencer, who I, didn't really know, wasn't really like paying attention to throughout the movie because I was so invested. I walk out and Spencer's eyes are bloodshot red, and he goes,
"You're red as fuck."
He goes, "Man, that was the saddest movie ever."
That shit was sad as fuck, bro.
but I mean, he was kind of right. I mean, it's such a sad story, and it's also just so I think the thing that's the most sad about it is that it really, if they had the way the movie portrays it, I don't know if it was like this in real life, but if they had better parenting, it could have all been avoided.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
pretty much, yeah.
My favorite thing about this type of movie, and the same thing with the other wrestling movie I really like, The Wrestler. It's not really a wrestling movie. It's just kind of like wrestling happens in the movie, whereas this is more like a commentary on family traumas, toxic masculinity, and feeling deserved of something, or it's a whole bunch of stuff wrapped into one thing, and that's probably why I enjoyed it as much, because I'm if it was just a wrestling movie, I'd be like, okay, this is okay, but it had engaging characters. I'm like, this shit is so sick.
Yeah, the guy who played the dad did
he
was great.
Awesome.
He did such an amazing job at making me hate him, if that makes sense, in a good way. But it was
I thought the mom had a great performance too.
The mom, the mom's performance, she was, obviously it was kind of intentional, but she wasn't in a lot of scenes in the movie. But every time she showed up, she was great, and I love the little subtle detail of her painting and there not being any dinner. Yeah, at the end of the movie, that was nice. Yeah. It's a good touch.
Not taking Fritz's shit no more.
Should we explain for anyone in spoilers now? Should we explain what the we didn't say why.
I mean, if you're here, you've seen it. I mean,
that's fair. Or if you don't care.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Family curse or whatever. I saw some people saying that they had to cut a brother out of the movie.
Yeah, they did.
Well,
They did cut a brother.
Did they cut a brother, or was the brother that was dead at the beginning? Was that the brother that they?
No, another brother.
Another brother.
Another
died.
brother killed himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I think it was the reason they cut it out was because half because of timing and other half was because it's very similar to how Mike killed himself.
Was it very like recent? Was that
Well, it was like
timing?
Well, like not timing. Like the movie is so long, they
I
can't
see,
have
I
all
see, I
these
see.
fleshed
The
out
movie,
things.
it wouldn't have
so,
worked.
like,
It just wouldn't have worked because like it would have been too. I mean, they're right. It would have been too sad and it would have been
Yeah.
too repetitive. And it sucks
We
that they had to
can-
cut it, but like it wouldn't have been a better. It
we
would
can
have
get back to
drawn
the not the cut brother because that was like a big thing. But like that kind of brings me to like one of my biggest problems with this movie. Like it's like crazy how like cut down the middle this is like happy fun time, yay, and then yeah,
The tone shift is pretty.
David died in Japan. Like just so.
I think
like,
honestly,
cut.
in my opinion though, I think that's probably the best way to approach it though, because it kind of was like out of nowhere that first, Well,
I think
maybe
I
not
would've
out
liked-
of nowhere, but like I don't know.
I think I would've liked to
me,
see-
it felt natural.
David in like in Japan or something, or like what led up to his death, I guess, like because just kind of it was such like a crazy cut, like crossfade from Wedding, like David died in Japan, like
Well,
Yeah,
I think
because
the
that's
re-
what.
Well, you go, Jackson. You go.
Okay, I was gonna. I mean, I talked about that in the podcast, my other podcast, but like that.
Which
That
is
was my
not
biggest.
the Good Enough podcast, not the.
Yeah, it was
not that
yeah.
one.
I did
not
not
Pink.
steal the name
That
of
would
this
be
podcast.
confusing, right?
Dude, if I had
Not
two
steal
different
the name,
podcasts
bro.
called the Good Podcast. No, but I talked about that where it was like David was like such a big moment, like a big part of the first half that his death seemed so rushed and like not enough time was given. Whereas both Carrie and Mark, is it Mark, the younger brother?
No. The younger Mike.
Mike. Carrie and Mike both had like so much time like spent on like their deaths and like what happened with them and like the before and after, whereas like David was literally just like David's dead, moving on, like okay, like half a funeral scene and then moving on.
Theory. I have a theory on why that was because it's unconfirmed how he died. This is my wrestling intel, right?
Really?
So
is that true?
The tale that the Von Erichs tell is he got drop kicked in a match and then he ruptured something and then he died from his like an injury. However, people on the scene that were there claim it was a drug overdose. And they claim that they flushed the drugs down the toilet when the Japanese authorities came in. So my theory is since it was kind of like iffy, they wanted to kind of go go past it as to not cause like, oh, why did this guy die? Because at the time, Fritz is who he is in the movie. He was like, it cannot get out that one of my kids had a drug overdose because that's just going to look bad on us. So he's like, oh, he got hurt in a match. So that could be a little bit of real life and a little bit of story there, but that's my
man, I
theory.
wish they had spent some time on that because a similar thing happened in Oppenheimer where it was like when his mistress dies from suicide, but they kind of referenced that it could have been also like a murder, like half and half. So I wish they had spent more time on that because that's really interesting aside that I think would have added some more like depth to his character and to that death.
I honestly I do think they rushed it like with the the actual like funeral scene and all that, and they didn't really touch it afterwards. But I think for the most part, them doing it like so abruptly, be like he died or whatever in his hotel room. I personally think that made sense because I mean, if you think about it in context of the story, like he's been gone away for like a long ass time. Like they're probably not able to communicate like super often, so it would just out of nowhere be like, yeah, he died. You know what I mean?
The postcard. I read the postcard when he was reading through
Yeah,
it.
the postcard.
Yeah.
But that was an issue I had pacing because, like,
Agreed.
I'm not the guy to say this, but like this should have been longer, like legit. Because
It
you were
should have
saying,
been longer,
Jackson,
I agree.
there's specifically with Fritz, I feel like it would have like built out his character so much. Because there's one scene that I really like. I was in the weeds when they were making this movie, and there was one scene that was like cut, but I'm like, they shouldn't have cut it because it shows how like insane Fritz was. That he's like, my kids need to be like this glowing, like excellent, whatever the fuck. There's a scene where Kevin, he's wrestling with someone else, and the whole thing, he's on the side, the guy doesn't tag him, and he's like, yeah, we did it. There was a whole scene where the guy who was in it was like, Fritz brought in a fake brother. He like all my kids are dying. He's like, oh, this is your long lost brother, but it's just a dude.
That would have been a good
And
scene.
I'm like, that's so fascinating. Like to go inside the psyche of a dude that's just like, I have to make more kids because mine keep dying. Like that just like, I weird. I'm the one that says
I
it needs to be longer, right?
I think the moment that really sold to me that like the dad was essentially just living through his sons was whenever it's that really long. Yeah, it's would you call it a pan or it's like
a slow zoom into the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it's the super long zoom. It's one take and it's a really good scene, but it's just a slow zoom and they just won a 3-man tag team. They're celebrating, and then out of all the people to make the commentary afterwards or talking to the mic, it's the fucking dad. He gets up on stage and starts talking for all of them. Not only does he say shit that none of them want to hear, but also he's like, and my other son, Mike, who he knows does not give a shit about wrestling, is like, he's going to get a ring too.
He said it on the mic, and he's
Mike
like,
hit
he's
me the
going,
hardest,
bro.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Mike really fucked me up a lot because I just like I felt so bad for him. Like, I don't know. I think about that sometimes where it's like artists who never get a chance because they just grew up in the wrong place at the wrong time type shit, and he was just the perfect example of that. And I was rooting for him so hard.
Nah, his was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they're all sad, but like Mike's.
I think for me, there was an added like suspense for me because I knew something bad was gonna happen, but I didn't know when. And so anytime there was a big crowd shot, I was like, someone's gonna get shot.
Yeah.
I was like, someone's gonna get shot. I just know it. And so there was that weird like like feeling of impending doom that wasn't even part of the movie. That was more just part of its release and everyone being like, this movie is so fucking sad. Like I can't believe this happened to them. Yeah, I don't know. Good movie.
I love that they made his song into an actual song. Live That Way Forever. That's so damn cool. I don't know if that was actually
great song too.
I don't know if that was like just for the movie,
was that what they were playing on the? Oh no, that's what he was playing
that was Mike's song
house
that
party.
he made at the house party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was also the song he sang whenever he died.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
real quick, I want to touch on something because Jackson, you and I disagree on something.
Oh shit, dude.
I didn't like the heaven scene.
Yeah, you know what? And here's the thing. I totally understand that. I cry really easily into movies, and so I was actually crying before the heaven scene started. I don't remember why, but I was already in the shits like fully. Yeah. And so when that happened, I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And so like, I think that looking at it from like a filmmaker's perspective, it's a little bit of a cheap shot. I get it. It's a little corny. But I was so emotionally invested in all of them that I was literally just like, my heart just sank.
I was watching it the entire time I'm watching. I'm like, I swear to fucking God, if a sad violin starts playing right now, I'm done. Like if they play some fucking, like I'm out. I would have been totally clocked out. But I'm like, all right, it was tasteful, and I'm happy it wasn't the final shot of the movie because fucking Kevin's looking at his kids play. 1,000 times better in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I will say it's actually funny you guys disagree because I have a friend, my friend Greer, that I work with. She saw the
like
Iron
the
Claw.
cheese.
I guess so. That's Gruyere.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it weird. Gruyere.
No, but Greer. She was saying how she really liked the movie, but same thing for her. She did not like the heaven scene. I liked it because, to me, everything had been so fucking tragic up to that point that it kind of, in my opinion, I didn't care if it was a little cheesy. It just needed a pick-me-up moment where it's like, hey, look, they all reunite afterwards, you know?
I think for me, that happened. I'm like, in my head, I'm watching this. I'm like, there needs to be some kind of like after credit scene, like with text. They got to tell people that.
Yeah, they got to do it. Yeah.
Okay. And they did. I'm like, all right, that's good. Like, not everyone died. Like at least one guy survived. Like that was my kind of piece.
And all of his kids and family love him. They all live together.
Dude, 2 of his kids are wrestlers too. Isn't that fucking insane?
No way. Wow.
Yeah, 2 of his kids are wrestlers. And one of them wrestles barefoot just like his dad. And I think that's very sweet.
That is sweet.
Yeah. But Iron Claw, I liked it a lot. And coming from the wrestling guy, solid. They actually trained and they were doing some solid wrestling, I'll say. It was
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Jeremy
Also, real
Allen
quick,
White's pretty hot.
Jeremy Allen White. He's also like
I do not think hair has looked worse on a person than it does on Jeremy Allen White in this movie. Every time I saw him, I was like, God, I just want to shave your fucking head. You look so stupid right now, dude.
nah, they hit the old 80s wrestler thing kind of perfectly. That's why when I was watching your podcast with your dad, you're like, yeah, Zac Efron doesn't look anything like a wrestler. They were all fat and slobby. Are you out of your fucking mind? They were roided out.
I didn't say that.
Oh
my
God.
dad said that. But
Your
Zac
dad
Efron,
is off his ass. Roidy Magoo. I'm like,
Off
he
his
looked
ass,
exactly like a
Jackson.
fucking 80s wrestler.
I didn't say that. My dad said that. I didn't say that. But
I'm
Zac
not yelling
Efron
at you.
did
I'm
look.
yelling at your dad.
Zac Efron was so roided out, it was almost distracting. Where I was
No,
like, dude,
Roidy
you got spaghetti gut out the ass.
It was
bro. Like,
it was kind of
let's
perfect.
take a
I'm
chill
like,
pill.
he looks like a wrestler. Jeremy Allen White, however, 7 feet shorter than the guy he was cast as. Like, my goodness, that was.
Yeah, he's so tiny.
He was tiny, and fucking Carrie is like 7 foot something. And what's Jeremy Allen White like? Like 3'8"? Like, how tall is he?
Probably, bro, like 5'6".
Probably. Yeah.
Probably about,
Shout out to my
like,
boy.
Not tall.
But
Damn, Iron
What?
Claw 8 out of 10.
Iron Claw 8 out of 10 as well.
Iron Claw 8 out of 10.
Oh my
We
god!
did it.
The
We did it,
whole-
folks.
The whole world goes
trifecta.
round. The trifecta, 8 out of 10s all across the board. Guys, if you want to see the most 8 out of 10 movie ever, check out the Iron Claw.
The most 8 out. That's actually so real because I asked my.
That
friend
is so
who I
real,
watched it
actually.
with,
That's
I'm
a
like-
really good take.
I'm like, what are your thoughts? He's like, yo, that shit was good as fuck. 8 out of 10.
Spencer thought it was a 10 out of 10 movie. He was like,
Wow.
he thought it was. He thought
My
it was
roommate said the
perfect.
same thing, but I don't.
Even-
I think that it has some flaws.
The most biased man in the podcast here. Even I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. Like that godforsaken heaven.
Jake,
scene.
do you
It's not
have
bad.
do you have a 10 out of 10 movie? Like, would you say you have a 10 out of 10 movie?
Yeah, Ghostbusters 1.
Oh
Movie
yeah,
fucking
of
rocks.
course,
That's
of
a
movie's
base.
course.
so
That movie
good,
does
dude.
rock.
Fucking love that movie.
There's a new one
But-
coming out, man.
Yeah, no,
The
I
Ice Age,
didn't
whatever.
didn't see it, bro. I didn't even see the first Paul Rudd one. I'm just like, I heard Egon appeared in it CGI, and I'm like, I'm out. Nah, I'm not watching.
Yeah, Dunzo.
My
Shit.
favorite character too, and they're like, he's a ghost. He's gonna.
That's so fucked.
I'm like, nah, that's fine.
Guys,
It's okay.
well, I guess
I'll
if
just
we're-
watch the original again.
If we're already on the topic of movies, I'll keep this short. But I've been watching a lot of movies this year. I'm trying to watch a lot of movies. I'm trying to watch a lot of TV. I'm trying to get all of this stuff that I've missed for years. I'm trying to sit down and finally start watching stuff. So, first off, both of you need to fucking finish The Curse. You need to finish that show so we can talk about it on the podcast. One.
Dude, I have. So,
No.
yeah, I have
Sorry,
so-
but like I'm not paying for a Paramount subscription just to fucking.
Well, you don't have to. Once again,
I do have to because it expired, so I do have to.
Once again, I will say to both of
expired.
you, you can use my account. I will send you my login. You can use my account.
You heard him, Paramount. Come fucking get him.
I thought you were gonna hit him with an X.
You
with the
guys
fucking
can use-
iRobot. Hit him with
By the time they find this, you guys can have
Guys,
finished the
put
show.
Luke's login info on the screen right now, folks. If you want to watch The Curse at home, you can on Luke Underman's account. It's happening right now.
Luke on Demand's account. I like to think it's a business expense.
It's like, and you like click on. Would it
I
be
have to see
Would it
this
be
show.
so
Luke
fucking
on
lame
Demand.
if like you guys like started like signed in and everything, and like my profile was named Luke on Demand? Like how fucking
I'd laugh.
stupid
That'd be
that
so
would
funny.
I would honestly. I wouldn't find that too crazy.
Really?
I just think it was
I
funny.
wouldn't.
What if I like used your Netflix and your account was called A Bucket of Jake?
A
or
bucket of
something
Jake.
Like that.
That'd be kind of funny. Or a good enough podcast. That'd be
The
funny.
good enough podcast profile.
I will say, guys, I've also been on my movie grind. I've seen 10 movies this year so far.
too.
You guys got to keep up. I highly, highly recommend, please, before it goes out of theaters, if you can and it's playing near you, go see The Zone of Interest. It is officially in my top 4 movies ever made.
Holy
it
shit.
just came out. You have to see this movie. It has one of the greatest cuts in cinema history. Please, please,
don't
please
spoil
support
it
this film.
for me. But is the whole film on a tripod?
Do you want me to answer, or you said don't spoil it, and then you asked a question?
Surprise me. Why is that a big spoiler?
I guess not, but I mean, do you want to know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All right, cool. Because I love that in the trailer. I'm like, yo, this looks sick.
The only movement the camera does the whole time is occasionally it'll do like a back and forth like this,
Dolly.
but it's consistent. Yeah, dolly, like a side dolly, but it's never. It's always locked on like for pan and tilt. It's
Fascinating.
never.
My one friend really wanted to see that movie. Maybe I'll ask him. I'll be like, yo, let's go see The Zone of Interest. I forget.
It is very slow, but it is super duper worth the payoff at the end.
I have wanted to watch it. I saw a trailer for it and I was like, fuck yeah, that looks awesome. It's not playing anywhere near me. It's not playing
I know.
anywhere.
I think it
I'll
opens
probably
wider
just have
release
to
in February.
I'll probably just have to watch it.
Guys, here's a Luke's Paramount subscription, so you can watch the Zone of Interest.
me and my friends, because the guy who directed it, his name is Jonathan Glazer. He did Under the Skin and Sexy Beasts.
I've heard
but
of Under the Skin before.
We say it in Zone of Interest, he fucking glazes all over you, and you'll know exactly what I mean. But he plays the audience like a book. Dude. It's gorgeous, like a fiddle. He just glazes.
He plays them like a book.
But guys,
that's a
plays like a fiddle
right there, brother.
Jesus,
plays them like a book.
Zone of Interest, check it out. Check out The Curse as well. Finish that shit if you can. Pirate it if you have to. I don't give a fuck.
I made a tweet, but every single person that the day after The Curse aired was blasting videos of the finale on Twitter just so everyone could see it. I want you to know that I hope that you die in a car accident. You fuck. Just spoiled the whole ending for me. So awesome, you guys. You did it.
Jake, have you been spoiled?
Show.
Have you been spoiled?
Nope.
All right, good. Just stay.
Do they have sex?
I mean, I hope.
All right. Good enough for me.
But
I'll tune in.
I'll keep these short. I saw Boarding the Heron. Pretty good movie. I saw The Thing. Fucking classic.
Awesome movie.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
I know a lot of people put The Thing and Alien in like the same boat. I think The Thing's better. I think The Thing is better. I think The Thing is way better.
They're pretty close for me. They're
very close, but I think the design of the monster's cooler, and I think the snowy Antarctica like isolation was cooler to me.
The fucking practical effect, like the slimy monsters, like
that's so fucking
like that
awesome,
is so sick.
One of the greatest endings to a movie ever. Also,
dude, yeah, crazy. Then I saw Iron Claw, and then I watched The Hateful Eight the other night. I watched the extended version. It was good. It was good. I think Tarantino has better movies.
I think that's his most underrated. I love that movie.
And I saw, this may piss you guys off. I watched The Silence of the Lambs.
I've never seen it.
It's just okay in my opinion. I think
yeah, man. All right, have a good night, you guys. It's been great. Peace,
I think it's just okay.
Yo,
already fucked with the template, man. Yeah, that's how you know shit is wild out here.
Yeah, sorry, but I had to. What are you talking about? Like what? Like what else do you want? Jodie Foster, like incredible in that movie.
Okay.
Awesome effects.
The acting, great. The story is great. You know, I just can't say. I can't say that I was.
So what did you hate? The score?
I can't say I was super intrigued by how this film was shot or the soundtrack or I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't
one of the
for
greatest
me.
fake outs in movie history. Literally every movie has tried to copy it since.
It was.
Is
good.
this gonna be a thing?
I just don't know what to tell you. Like that's just.
Is this gonna be a Family Guy thing where I watch it and I'm like, oh, that's where that came from. Like when what was the Family Guy thing where I'm like, the courtroom. What was that? What was the movie?
12 Angry Men.
12 Angry Men. I'm watching and I'm like, they took it from Family Guy. Is that gonna be me where I watch it?
Yes, dude. That movie has been one of the most culturally significant movies ever fucking created, dude.
Luke, give me your Paramount so I can watch it.
It's not on Paramount.
Damn it.
It's on HBO Max, I believe.
Damn it. I don't have that either.
But it was good.
Jonathan Demme, bro. Fuck off. I can't. Unreal. I don't even know what to say, man. All right.
I'm shutting this down before we get into another top 5 of 2023 issue. Done. Cut it. Leave it at there.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else for me to say. It just wasn't for me. I thought it was good.
It's not one of my favorites, but like, it's a great movie.
Fair enough.
Clarice.
Oh, that's when he's standing and he's like, Clarice.
Yeah.
Stewie did that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Dwight from The Office did that.
I had him for dinner.
Nice. Speaking of, are you guys done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm done.
Speaking of eating, guess where I was over the weekend?
Red Lobster?
I saw Travis Scott.
I can't read that. Oh, shit. I was like, it was backwards. I super couldn't.
I went to go see Travis Scott live, guys. I was at the man
no
himself.
Deaths either. Sorry.
No deaths. I mean, not that I.
Bro.
I mean, not that I know of.
Yo,
Yeah, we're
that's
cutting
crazy.
everywhere today, man. This is a good episode.
How
But
was
I
it?
went to go see T. Scott, and it was pretty good. It was pretty okay. I went to go see it at Penn State, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that they do shit like in the middle of Pennsylvania. I'm like, oh, sweet. It was like 30-minute drive.
Penn State,
went
like
there.
the college.
Penn State College, yeah. I
Whoa.
went to Penn
Were
State.
you?
I know.
Where were you seated, or were you in general admission?
I was not in general admission because I'm not dropping $400 because I'm not a fucking idiot. The pit is $400. You out of your fucking mind?
Damn, that's insane.
I went with Tiffany, and I.
But
did,
you
the
don't
tickets were
understand. That's
pretty
got to be
good.
the craziest pit of all time, man. Travis
It
Scott
was-
Utopia.
it was so
Modern
fucking
Jam.
Baby, please get off the gram. Damn, that song rocked. But anyway, yeah, it was nice. The tickets were pretty cheap. I got 2 tickets for like $100, and it was like,
Oh, wow.
it was in the section too. Like meticulously got it where we're like behind the wall, so no one was behind us and no one was next to us. So it was sick. It was just like me and I was sitting next to some other dude. It rocked. But dude, those Penn State kids, my God, they are fucking rowdy. Like getting in fights with the security guards. Like, no, bro, my seat is here. My seat is here. And then I walk down. I'm like, no, this is actually my
crazy,
seat.
man.
Here's my thing. And he's like, no, he's lying. That's not his seat, bro. It's my seat. My friend is right there, bro. It like freaking out and like
No
starting
way,
fights. I don't-
bro. Tweakers.
No, it was crazy,
It's
but-
that fucking skiing.
Gas station tweakers.
Yeah, more like Penn Station tweakers. But no, concert was pretty cool. Travis Scott definitely like the stage was crazy, bro. Like it was actually like kind of insane seeing that.
Yeah, I've seen videos.
It's the entire floor is the fucking stage. I'm like, damn. Also, they have like this, like this head attached to wires that like lowers down halfway through the
Head?
show. And they're like, literally, they're like
you say
looking
head?
for volunteers. You have been selected, and we're like, what the fuck are they doing? They put people on the giant like thing, and then they float around. Like you can, like kids in the pit are just like riding on this like giant floating head.
What the
I'm
fuck?
like-
That's so sick.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's badass. Like there was one kid that was tweaking, bro. His shirt was off. He's like, he's, like geeking, bro. It was actually really funny.
That's
Jake,
so awesome.
Jake, I don't know why, but you doing that like reminded me of 30 people that I know. Like just I can imagine like 30 people I know in real life, like at a Travis Scott concert, like probably
Yeah, like literally, like
he's like
dude, there was a girl that went on the head and she started
Joking
shaking
off, jerking
ass.
off.
She was like shaking ass on the thing, and then it stopped, and the next person came on. Travis was like, nah. She goes again. It was so bad.
That's
I
so
was
badass.
gooning to that shit.
No, it was
Oh,
badass.
that's so funny.
But it was a lot of fun. We listened most of the Utopia shit.
Yeah,
They hit the
I saw-
bangers.
I saw a video once where it was for his newest tour, and there was a kid who like climbed on stage somehow, like got through security, and like Travis like grabs him by the collar and like whips him around because the dude was standing on top of the pyrotechnics that were about to go off.
Holy shit, dude.
Because the stage is littered with like shit that goes off.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like if you don't know where you are, like you could easily get shot.
You
in
get
the, like,
blown
the balls.
up. Yeah.
So like he saved this kid's life, and then was like, "Yo," like I don't know, just doing his Travis Scott thing.
No, it was sick. I liked the show. I mean, I did really like Utopia. Top 3 album of 2023 for me, in my opinion. So I had a fun time. Me and Tiffany both liked it. I don't know who the fuck was opening, but that was like an L. Like
Oh
show,
no!
show started at 8, and I'm like, guys, I told Tiffany, I'm like, Tiffany,
me
there's
see.
a chance Tizo Touchdown could be opening. And she's like, oh my fucking God. And we get there, and there's like, oh, it's not Tizo Touchdown.
Who
Like,
was it?
It's some dude. It was a DJ. So show starts at 8. We get there at 8:20. Nothing is started. I'm like, I knew exactly. My plan worked perfectly. Get our seats, and then 8:40, some just dude walks out. I thought he was like a security, but no, he just went behind the turntable. He's
It's
like,
me, DJ
Penn
Utopia.
State, who's ready to see Travis Scott? And everyone's like, ah! And like freaking out. And then he just plays like Future and like, you know, XXX Tentacion.
Some people
or
do that
whatever.
when they don't have like an official opener. So like I guess
yeah, they play it and they play it for 20 minutes. So then 9 o'clock, and then he stops. He's like, get ready for Travis Scott. And then nothing. And they just leaves.
Did he
And
play
not-
Fiend a bunch of times?
30 minutes went by. Yes. Okay. So I was listening to this. Apparently, I'm like, I looked up the set list and like he plays Fiend 8 to 12 times in a row. I'm like, no fucking shot.
Again!
Yeah.
So
So
awesome,
so
dude.
this is what so he played it once, and I told Tiffany, I'm like, yo, after the second Fiend, we can leave because like we'll beat the traffic and all that shit. It's only the chorus. he only plays the chorus, so he cheats. It's not the entire thing of
Oh,
Fiend.
okay, yeah.
But like low key, after we were done and I left, I'm like, yo, Tiffany, I don't ever want to hear that song again in my entire life. Like, oh my god, it is. He played it so many times, and again, it's the Penn State kids. Like,
Oh, it got fucking old.
the whole gimmick was like he'd like, yo, pull up the lights. Who's the biggest rager? Who's the biggest rager? And then he'll like point the camera at one person, and they're like, freak out.
Who's the biggest rager?
Dude, there was one guy. He was like, yo, my man, how old are you? How old are you, my man? And then he's like, 65, and it just cuts to like this old ass dude in the crowd. He's like,
No way.
yeah, he's like,
That's
are you a
crazy.
motherfucking rager? And he goes like this, and then everyone cheers like, yeah!
What a rager!
That's so badass, dude.
There was one
That's
kid
so
that
badass.
climbed on like the catwalk. He's like, who's the biggest
Oh my
rager? He's like
God, dude.
hanging off the catwalk with his shirt ripped off. It looked like modern Renaissance art because like all these people like grabbing at him, and he's like fucking hanging from one arm. It was actually kind of beautiful, like legit. But yeah, if you're not a big Travis Scott guy, yeah, again, don't go to the show. But if you enjoyed Utopia, I'd say go. He played the bangers. He didn't play Love, which I was upset about because that song is so fucking good. But he played the good ones. He played Modern Jam. I was screaming. A bunch of videos of me and Tiffany soying out. So maybe if I'm feeling froggy, I'll send them to
Soying
you guys and
out.
put 'em in. I was
Did
soying
he
out at some
did
point.
he play any stuff from older albums, or was it mostly
Dude,
just
he played
Utopia?
fucking Nightcrawler. And I was like, that's a band.
Awesome.
I was like, I told Tiffany, I'm like, yo, if he plays Piss on Your Grave,
Oh my god, dude.
I'll squirt. I will squirt all over the seats.
That
Like,
would be
I
crazy.
will.
Piss on your grave.
Piss on your grave. Yo, look,
Piss on your
Playboy
grave.
Cardi. I like Playboy Cardi right now.
What did bro just do?
Oh, he played the song that he was on with Playboy Cardi. What was it? Where he's like, it's the new one where he's like, it's like 20. Fuck, what was it, guys? Help me out. Come on.
I don't know
Playboy
what that meant
Carti
at all.
dropping music Monday 9:30 p.m. Is that what that guy
Quarterback,
sounds like
quarterback,
on that fucking
quarterback,
video?
Quarterback. But
Playboy Card
yeah.
been pissing me off lately. I haven't been keeping up.
No, me either. I haven't listened to anything.
You see, he canceled his his tour.
Yeah, like for like a third time. Oh, what are you gonna do, folks?
Can I just say?
That's, how
I
it goes.
am so sick of this stupid fucking gimmick that these artists do, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lie, like fucking nice, like. Yeah, your fans are really gonna love you when you do it for the third album cycle, man. They're all gonna love that shit, right?
Whatever song that is, it sucks.
Quarterback. Quarterback.
Bro, we're gonna get taken down now. It's over,
Quarterback.
dude. Like, we're gonna get taken down.
See, they don't even. The other Good Enough podcast doesn't have to do it. I'm taking this down from the inside.
Hey, if
Quarterback,
we get taken
quarterback,
down by the Good Enough podcast, the evil version, or
Evil.
you know,
Evil.
or Jake doing that shit, you can always support us over on Patreon for $5 a month,
huge
where we get
plug, yeah.
extra episodes.
Every villain is
and a
lemons.
quick update for you guys. We have 15 patrons right now. We are 3 away from tying with
so close.
Tobuscus. We should finally
fucking
pass
close, dude.
him. This has been a year.
We
in
might not
making.
beat the fake Good Enough podcast, but we might beat the real Tobuscus.
Yeah.
That's,
Is he good?
that's
Oh, wait, I'm
crazy.
checking right now. I'm checking right now. Hold on. Does the Good Enough podcast have a Patreon?
I don't know.
If they do, game over, bro. Game over.
Dude, seeing the Good Enough podcast pop up immediately when I start typing it in and knowing that it's
We're
not
safe.
us is
Yeah,
so
we're safe,
fucking
we're safe.
painful.
We're safe.
We're safe.
Bro, they talk about music?
No way.
Their newest episode is called The Biggest Lies in Music.
Then what type? Like,
What do we have left?
Maybe
what
it's
do
one
we
of those
do?
terrible podcasts where they have topics every episode.
Jackson, you guys gotta have topics.
Dude, their top comment, lads, I'm 37 and female, and I've watched every podcast so far. You are entertaining, and I listened to you on the way home from work. Starting to love Johnny, and I didn't know much about him, but bloody hell, I know it all now.
Bloody
They're
hell.
British as fuck.
Bloody
They
hell.
have
I
women?
love Johnny. Bloody hell.
We have women that listen to this podcast, Jackson.
Bloody
we do.
hell.
There are like 3 of
I
them.
watched Travis Scott live, and he played Fiend over 100 times. Oh, I love that Travis
he played
Scott.
Fiend 100 times, and it made me
I
jizz my
love
pants.
Travis Scott.
Finna be
It
the
was not
best
a
podcast
dry
in
cooch in
24.
the audience.
Oh, this is so bad, dude. We're so cooked. We're so
Cemetery.
cooked. They don't even have,
We're so
dude.
cooked.
They're so big. They don't even have their channels in the podcast description.
Fuck, they just know. They know.
It's Jover, dude. It's fucking
Jover.
Jover.
It's Jover.
Dude, and one of them crashed their car.
We have not had an original.
They're
thought.
copying us. They're doing all
We
this
haven't.
shit.
Haven't had an original thought.
They haven't had an original thought. What do you mean?
We
They
haven't
saw
had
the
an original
episode where they saw that Jackson's car story, the one that lost work, that one
Dude, we're so
worst
cooked.
episode this year.
Guys, it's the Leafy is here effect. It doesn't matter who did it first. It matters who was the most popular that did it. They did it first.
Oh jeez.
all right,
We're
well,
gonna
here's
lose.
The thing. No, this is why we are we you know, maybe it's not a war. Even though I said we're starting a war.
Fisticuffs.
This is just a singular battle. If they want to turn it into a war, they can happily do that, you know? But that's, like I said, balls are in their
Yeah.
court. They can
Who
go
fucking
balls
knows,
deep
man?
if they want.
Big gay balls are in their court, bro.
Big gay balls are in their court.
Big gay balls are in.
Guys, how many podcasts do you know that has Rembrandt lighting?
It's beautiful.
Oh, my lights are too expensive.
Well,
Guys, I don't know, man. This whole thing's really irking me.
I got a story real quick that could lead into a conversation if y'all
Shit, hit me with
if
it.
y'all are up for it. Season
Yeah,
1,
give
if
me-
y'all are up
hit me
for
with
it.
it.
All right, so I was hanging at the crib with my friends. Doesn't happen a lot.
As you
Don't got a
do.
lot of those.
hanging
As
at
you
the
do.
crib.
Hanging at the crib, we were hanging out, and like it was at that point in the night where we're just like playing music and whatever. And I'm like, we're just like listening to stuff, and I'm like, yo, what's the weirdest music you like? What's the most host scaring music you guys like? And we're like, oh, okay, and everyone's getting hype, and they're like playing stuff. Like, not gonna get into it because some of them were pretty goddamn funny. But in my head, I'm like, I got the perfect one. Full Moon Death Classic. I'm gonna play that shit.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Maybe their best song, which is crazy because it was like the first shit they dropped.
Yes. So as it's going on, I clock out and I don't see that the conversation is shifting away from the weirdest music and just music we like. I'm still clocked in. I'm like, I'm gonna play Full Moon Death Classic, and now it's just totally like, oh, what's some pop tracks do you guys like? And I completely clock out, and then they give me the remote and I put on Full Moon Death Classic. I have never been more embarrassed my entire life. Oh my god. They looked at me like this man belongs in an insane asylum. Like that's how they all looked at me. And I'm like,
Bro,
guys,
played
it's
music at the function.
I played Full Moon Death Classic at the function, and they all looked at me and they're like, the one guy and his girlfriend walked in, they're like, who the fuck put this on?
Oh
like,
no, dude.
And they were like, oh, it
Dude,
was
that's
Jake.
like
And
a
I'm
that's like
like,
a that's
we've
like
all
a
been there,
Curb
bro.
episode.
No, I'm like, dude, no, it's sick. It's Death Grips. I'm gonna get you into Death Grips. He's like, if this is Death Grips, hell fucking no, you're not. And I felt, I
dude.
felt really embarrassed. I'm like, I can't be the weird guy who listens to, because I played the music video too with the Crow and MC Rod. Like,
Oh, it's so sick,
let's
dude.
get it with it, go get with it.
Brrrr.
So that was a pretty fat L. And I'm curious, have you guys ever experienced a fat L showing someone music that you're like, oh, they're
Oh,
gonna
dude,
love it,
all the time.
And
dude.
then you're
This
just
happens
like-
to me
It
constantly.
happens.
and you're just like, oh, I'm done. It's Jover, bro. It's literally Jover.
Dude, it's like a bit now where I'm banned from playing the aux whenever we host like parties at my place because like I'll be like, oh, like this is a song that I love that no one's gonna know, but it's gonna fit the party vibe, and I'll put on like James Blake.
Let me get
I'll
this
put on like
Billy
James
Woods.
Blake, and everyone's like, you gotta play something that everyone can sing along to. That's my problem. Is that everyone wants shit to sing along to, so it's like Kesha, like shit like that. Which is, I get it. Like, okay, I didn't match the vibe on me, but like you're gonna tell me that Tell Me by James Blake isn't like a good party song. Like, I'm sorry, but like what vibe did you want from me?
That's a crazy one. Me on first listen didn't like that song, and he's putting that on.
I love that
That's
song.
on you, bro.
I am so hesitant to ask for any songs ever at a party. There's only one party song that I know for a fact. Every single time I've suggested it, every single person has liked the song every single time. And it's "I've Been Young" by George Clinton. That's the only song.
Really?
That's the only song that I know for a fact. If I suggest it, it will win people over.
I gotta try that at a function.
Yeah, it's a good one. Maybe it'll work. I will say there was one time where I believe I asked for Vince Staples and I was met with a resounding no. So
Wait, what Vince Staples song?
I believe it was off of Big Fish Theory.
Was the one with Sophie?
Which there's multiple.
Yeah,
ones
right.
that have
Yeah,
Sophie,
right. Yeah, right.
It was not
right.
Yeah, right. I believe it was I think it was just Big Fish, which
Really?
is, but
Pretty woman wanna slit the wrist. Pretty woman want to be a rich man's bitch.
Well, I don't know.
I tried to save myself too because I'm like, I can't be the weird guy who plays Full Moon Death Classic. So I'm like, all right, safe, also kind of based. I'm frantically going through my phone. I'm like, okay, what's based? But like they would like. And I landed. I think it's a pretty safe. I landed on, oh my god, Talking Heads. What is it called?
Remain in Light.
Yeah, but what's the song? Once in a Lifetime. Yes, and not even that was safe. Because people are looking at me, and then the one
You may
kid,
find yourself.
it's
That's
all
a classic
quiet.
song.
It's all quiet, and then everyone's like looking weird, and the one kid's like, "I listen to this in the grocery store." I'm like,
Oh, dude, that's the thing. Is like no matter
can't
what you
win.
try, it's like if people can't sing along to it, it's not gonna get. People don't pick up on it. Like I've tried everything. Everyone makes fun of me because I played a super slut song at a function, and it was like everyone was like, "What the
All right,
fuck is this shit?"
Wait. Yeah. What are you doing, man?
"What are you doing?"
What?
Man?
Oh, look. You can like that, but like, why were you like, this is gonna go hard?
This is gonna go hard at the
I don't
function.
know, because it was a
Super
drum and
slut.
bass song. It was a drum and bass song. I just assumed like, oh, drum and bass. That's good for like a hype. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at this. Who knows?
This is making me feel so much better because I was legit in a bad mood when I left there. I'm like, damn, they think I'm weird as fuck, bro. They're literally talking. They're like, what the fuck was that dog shit Jake was playing? But I actually feel low key so much better that we're talking about this because I'm not alone.
Dude, I fucked up the vibe so bad with Sewer Slut. There's one person that every time they come over to my place, they're like, "Oh, dude, it's the guy who played Sewer Slut at the function." And I'm
That's
like, "Are you
crazy.
like you let it go?"
I
man.
don't think I could take
let
that.
it go.
I literally couldn't take that.
There was one time where that happened on my own damn radio show. I invited my friends. To come to my radio show where I get to choose my own music, and they typically never have an issue with anything I play. You know, similar taste of music. And I remember, you know what? Fuck it. It was fucking Spencer in the other room over there. He was the one that said this shit. I played Theme from Failure Part 1 on my fucking radio show. You know, a Jackson classic, if you will, by The Guest. And I play that shit. Halfway through the song, Spencer goes, I don't like the song. And I'm like
it.
and I say, what do you not like about it? And he goes, I don't know. I just really don't like the song. It's just not good. And I said, well, if you have such a big fucking problem with it, why don't you have your own damn radio show where you can play your own damn music?
Yeah, put on
And
your
I
own
killed
show,
him.
dum dum. No, it was like Tiffany. I can do that with because it's like that. It's
I thought he
funny
heard
at this
me. I thought he was
point.
breaking into my room.
Yeah, he's coming in with a knife, brother. You better sleep with one eye open tonight. But like, I could do that with Tiffany, where like if I play like I'll play fucking what is it? Face Shopping by Sophie. Amazing fucking song. R.I.P. and peace, obviously.
Yeah, incredible.
But Tiffany, that's like gotten to the joke where Tiffany's like, "This is my least favorite song of all time. Like, turn this off." Like,
Face shopping is.
Yes, she's like, "I literally hate this," and I'm like, "Wow, that's transphobic." But it's like that I can do that with her, but like I can't. Like if I played Face Shopping, God forbid I put on Pony Boy by fucking Sophie. Game over. I'm never invited to the function ever again. How we need to collectively as a function group together and make like a whole neutral playlist, something that's like base enough for like if anyone knows, they'll be like, oh, that's kind of badass.
we
But
do.
like
Ho
if we play it
neutral.
at a function, then we won't get like, because bro, I would never.
Perfect always does pretty well, actually.
Really? All right, interesting. Because like I would never in a million years wish that feeling that I had where everyone just looked at me like,
Yeah, I know. Like,
oh, dude, that shit hurt me, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
bad.
But I'd be like, no, guys, like I do bench presses to this. Like this is my this is my max rep song. And
I suggested Tree Fingers once, and everyone was like, why did you suggest this? This is a 3-minute ambient song. This makes no sense. I thought it was good. I'm just kidding. That didn't actually happen. What would be like? All right. What would be like the worst
Cumberbatch,
possible
whatever
thing to suggest? You
Full
know?
Moon Death Classic, Butterfly Prowler.
Consume red, dude.
Butterfly Prowler.
Oh my, Jackson! If I was at a function, you put on to Consume Red, take everything I said back. I'm bullying you. I am bullying you.
What if I?
Oh, dude. Actually, it reminds me of a story. On the way back from seeing Travis Scott, like Tiffany was just going through her like here was like her station or whatever, and Burn the Witch by Radiohead started playing, and I'm like, okay, based, and I started listening to it, and I'm like singing along. I'm like, oh, I'm in the zone.
Burn the Witch is so good.
And then I kind of like was just driving, not paying attention. The song ended, and I looked at Tiffany, and she terrified. She was like, Like I'm like it's not like it's not like
The ending's a little. I mean, but it's,
I love Burn the Witch.
and it just like
what
and
if
it
what if
ends.
you
That
went to
song
a
just
party
ends,
and you
bro.
were like, guys, I got the perfect song, and you pulled up on YouTube, no more struggle, 100% guaranteed by viewers, music that makes you poop 2.0. You start playing.
Dude, the best song ever.
I'm so Jake. I'm so happy you know that because it literally sounds like.
It tastes a little different. Do you put anything different in it? Music that it weirdly does. Like if there's penis music, it's the other end of penis music, literally and figuratively.
Imagine
There-
a fucking party with that.
This is in a similar vein, but I think I may have found, and this is me being so genuine, maybe my least favorite song ever made in the face of the planet. I think this song is so fucking annoying. I think that everything about it I hate, and it's Venus by Lady Gaga. Maybe the most annoying shit I've ever heard. It the way she sings it, the stupid fucking way she says Venus. Everything about it, dude, makes me want to shove like toothpicks in my ears, bro. Like it's so I cannot stand that
All right,
song.
but
I
what
cannot
if,
stand it
but
at all.
what if the song was called Penis?
Dude, it literally sounds like she says penis too.
It does.
Penis.
That's so funny because me and my girlfriend do that bit, bro. She'll like start
Penis!
singing it and then like make me finish the song, and I say penis every time.
She makes you what? Sorry, I thought I were talking about something else.
It's difficult every time.
I hate it so much, dude. I'm being so serious. It might be the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
Penis.
It's so bad.
Oh!
We gotta have like there's the whole neutral place, but we also gotta have like the scaring the whole Olympics. Like, what song can we play on the aux that would just like ostracize us completely from the function?
Like not even from the function. Like you're not allowed to hang out with your friends anymore. Like they are not speaking to you. I'd probably say.
I just fucked a Jewish bitch.
What? What's that one? What's that? What?
It's the Kanye song. I can't be anti-Semitic. I just fucked a Jewish bitch.
crazy for that.
I'm thinking about what's that one song? You guys know that one song where the guy's like, "I'm
that's
attracted
funny.
to minors" or whatever. It's like a rap song. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
what?
The fuck?
Oh yeah, I
know
do know
that.
what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about. It's like the Minecraft parody.
It's not a Minecraft parody. It's just like some guy made a song.
Okay. No.
Well, I think that I'm playing
that's too
"Grazing on Fear"
easy.
2 by Romley. I think that's personally my choice. Because that song's fucking horrifying.
That
in
is
in
so
a positive way,
crazy.
in my opinion. But
You just said that. I'm listening to that for my. I've been listening. Someone recommended me a song. That's crazy that you just said.
no
that.
way, which song?
I think it's the title track. Hole in
Hole in the
or
Heart?
something. Yes.
It's a great album. I love that album actually.
Yeah, let's just play experimental noise and scare the hose. That'd actually be pretty good.
I mean,
I
that's
went-
what it is, to be honest.
if I
Or like
ever
some,
go
like
to
some
the
shit like.
If I go to the function, recommend any King Giz song or like you're fucking leaving. Sorry.
no,
Yeah, that's just good. That's,
You can
that's
get-
mostly
you
just
can
because
get-
King Giz
Way.
sucks, though.
You could get
It's
good
just
music
because that
with
band's
King
bad.
Giz. I'll defend King Giz.
No,
They made-
here's the thing.
Fishing
You can
for
maybe like defending like if you're listening to like psych rock at the party, like I'm sure you could recommend King Giz and everyone would be like, oh hell yeah. But if you're like, hey, you guys know you know what these guys are called? They'd be like, what is it? And you go, King Giz, aka King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and they all go,
King Gizzard and the Lizard
Oh.
Wizard.
I changed my mind. I'm playing Blacks by Shushu.
That's
That song's so good.
typing
but
that
I
in
think
is insane.
Dude, it is. I love that song, though, so fucking
I'm
much.
playing fuck, I mean what's that one MGEMT song, Little Dark Age? I mean they'll fucking hate that.
Tiffany's gotten into MGMT. We're weirdly you say that. It's a TikTok song, but I'll take what I can get. It's like the one where it's like cocaine. Is the word cocaine is in it? I don't know, man. I'm tired. It's been a long trip since seeing Travis, my boy Travis, at the show.
My boy Travis, the guy.
My boy Travis.
Trav.
My boy Travis.
Um
At the Bryce Jordan Center in Penn State College.
yeah.
We got Taco Bell after. Shit was slap harder than Daddy on report card day.
You
That
know
shit
what?
was
I'm gonna
good.
bring this up. I'm gonna bring
That's
this
crazy.
up. I'm gonna bring this up. Another topic. Fuck it. Taco Bell. I went to Taco Bell the other day. All right. What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, you guys know I love the spicy potato soft taco. All right. Love that fucking
This is
damn
like
thing.
Not a good menu item, by the way.
It's $1. It's $1.
Not good, but continue.
They recently made their new dollar menu. It's a new savings menu or whatever the fuck. They added some things or whatever.
Yes.
They've changed the name of a few old things or whatever. I don't give a fuck because the spicy potato soft taco, it's still there. It's still there. It's not $1 anymore. It's $1.19.
Oh, brother.
I'm gonna end my life, my
Keep
friends.
Costco hot dogs $1.53. Have you seen that guy? That's the vibe you're giving off.
Yeah,
there.
I love
Like,
that. Dude.
They went up by like a couple cents. He's like, enough of this madness. Same vibe with Luke.
I actually have to go back to Taco Bell now because there was a thing they did in high school. Best deal on the market. The $5 chalupa box. And it came with a chalupa.
I would hope so.
Damn, you got slapped on both sides. Damn, that was rough.
It came with a chalupa. It came with a drink. It came with a taco. It came with a burrito, and it came with the twisty cinnamon
twist.
sticks. $5.
Dude, is it just me or is the economy like
$5
bad?
foot.
Like, I went to
Yeah,
Taco
man, we're
Bell.
fucked.
I got a few things and I'm
We're
like,
done
how is
for.
it $24? Like, I got
That
like
happens to me
4
too.
items. I got
Because
4
my
items.
usual order is I get the 3 Doritos.
Ah!
I got you enough. My usual order is the 3 Doritos Locos Tacos Supreme combo,
All right.
and then the
Still
chicken
got strong.
quesadilla, $20, dude.
Yeah, that
Well,
sounds
the
about
chicken
For two
quesadilla
tacos.
is so much fucking money from Taco Bell. It's absurd. I used to get it all the time. I used to get that and a Doritos Locos taco because it comes with a taco on the side, right? I used to do that shit all the time until I got it one day and it was fucking $11 for just that. Like, I'm
It's
sorry,
ridiculous.
the
Dude.
quesadilla, it's good. It's not $11 good. All right, I'm not eating that shit anymore. I can make that shit at home for cheaper.
Listen. I will. Because that shit is so fucking good, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's so
I
good.
remember
I will pay
being at my, like, when I was first starting my diet and I'm like, I have one day to ball out, like, eating disorder, like, how many calories can I consume? I remember eating not 1, not 2, 3 Taco Bell quesadillas
Holy
in a
fuck.
single sitting. So good, dude.
So valid.
Oh my
so
God.
valid. They're delicious.
So
dude.
good. I am hungry right
can I
now.
say a hot
That
take?
Chipotle sauce.
Yes, dude.
Can I say a hot take?
Sure.
Maybe.
I get my quesadillas without the chipotle sauce, and I have them to replace it with sour cream.
I'm about to do that same shit to my chair. What the fuck? What is wrong
I'm
with
not
you?
a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the chipotle sauce, and I like sour cream a lot, so I have them replace it with sour cream, and it's fucking incredible. How is he still going? How is he still
Beating
going?
the fuck out of his chair.
Oh my God. It's so Jover.
Jackson.
It's so Jover.
Jackson, how do you not enjoy? That's like the best.
I don't-
You take a
it's-
bite in the quesadilla. You take a bite in the quesadilla, and you get that one part that's just slightly chipotle. It's a bit more chipotle sauce than the last one, than the last bite you just took. It's like heaven on earth, bro.
Yeah, and that's what's so. Oh my God.
good. This chipotle
That's
sauce
what's
is
so
the best
great.
part.
But that's what's so great. It's because sometimes
He's rejoined.
you
the
get a bite.
conversation.
Sometimes you get a bite. Hold on, wait. Here, I'm telling Luke. Sometimes you get a
All
bite.
right, let's try this one more time.
Sometimes
Let's
you get a
pretend-
bite that's just got a bunch of sour cream in it, and it's heaven.
Now replace it with the chipotle sauce, and you get a
No.
lot. I was telling Jackson the best part of the fucking Taco Bell chicken quesadilla is when you eat it, and you're going through it, having a good time, and then you get that one bite that has a little bit extra chipotle sauce.
I'm gonna come if you keep talking. You need to stop.
Yeah, but imagine that with sour cream.
Imagine. I was gonna say something really mean right there.
I have not seen
It's
Jake
just
take
Taco
that
Bell,
test
Jake.
back
It's
anything
just
in a long
Sometimes,
time.
you know what? I think I have gift cards to Taco Bell. It's snowing. I don't give a fuck. I'll go in the fucking snow to go. to
My
Taco
car
Bell
doesn't have
tonight.
heat. I will go and get just a cup. Like, I will get a small cup of the fucking.
Hey, more for you, man.
I'm gonna go
tilted, bro.
and
For you.
I'm
That's
gonna get that
crazy.
shit with extra chipotle sauce just to spite you, Jackson, because that's unbelievable. Sour
I
cream,
have.
sour
I
cream
do.
sucks. First off, sour cream in general is bad. I do not.
Oh,
fuck
bad
with sour
take. Bad
cream.
take. Unfortunately.
I do not fuck with sour cream. What? Oh, I'm just gonna eat fucking fat. I'm gonna put just a thing of fat on my fucking quesadilla. I'd rather have something with more flavor, less calories.
You want to hear
probably,
another? You want to hear
too, so
another
it's
hot
healthier.
take?
Jackson,
Yeah,
I don't think I
sure,
can take
sure,
any more hot
go.
takes.
Sometimes if I'm at a restaurant and I've got like a big thing of tortilla chips, I'll get a side of sour cream and I'll just dip tortilla chips in it.
That's bizarre.
I'll do that at home too.
I'm not even mad about that one. That's just weird.
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, bring my own sour cream to the function, and I'd be like, "Would you get that cheese, Danny?" Same vibe.
Bro,
Where'd you
like,
get that cheese?
Hold on, I'm gonna use my Yui Boom.
So
and
good, dude.
Just
It's so
pretend it's a
good.
mayo jar. Do you like pull that shit out like when you're at restaurants? You're like,
Yui boom.
I asked them. I go, yo, let me get a side of sour cream with those tortilla chips.
Like this is his. He's got a little on-the-go mayo pack. It's like,
It's like a little Aquaphor tube that has like fucking.
he
sour
squirts it out.
cream
It's
in
like,
it. Dude, you're giving me ideas, man. You're giving me ideas.
well, you need a pocket to carry it. So
I've got some bad ideas in my head. I got some.
Jackson, your love of
giving
sour
bad
cream
people
astounds
good
me.
ideas. I love giving bad people,
good ideas. I love giving bad people.
That's
good
just Jackson
ideas.
right
I
now.
love giving bad people good ideas. Hey. Yeah, that's what I gotta say about.
That's bad, bro. Awful take.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm gonna break your fucking
Sorry.
knees. I know where you live, dum dum. I'm gonna sneak in your house. I'm gonna take the baseball bat I keep next to the side of my bed. I'm gonna write on big letters on the side of the fucking thing, Taco Bell quesadilla sauce, and that's gonna be the last thing you fucking see before you go night night forever.
And I'll be behind him while he does it.
He'll be like, yeah.
Yeah. Heal him with the sauce. Yeah, rub it in his corpse's face.
Hit him with
yeah. Bash his
Oh,
skull
man.
in with it. It's got really dark.
I don't think I went dark enough. You don't fuck with a man's spicy sauce. What is it called? I can't forget.
Chipotle sauce.
Chipotle sauce.
This is their secret sauce.
Secret sauce. I'll show you my fucking secret sauce.
Guys, I'm sorry. Okay.
You should be. What kind of fuck shit is that?
I think it makes sense for Jackson's character that he chooses the widest condiment possible to eat all of his food.
This isn't a choice. This isn't a character
spice.
choice, man.
Sour cream.
This is actual my life.
The director of
What the
everything,
fuck?
God, is like, let's make him the whitest human to walk the face of the earth.
You eat tortilla chips with sour
It's so
cream.
Jover. It's so Jover. It's so Jover. It's so Jover.
Listen,
Fucking
salsa, those have tomatoes in them. A little too spicy for me.
Queso sometimes,
Bro.
you know, some
Give-
people will be putting some peppers in there sometimes, you know, fuck that shit, right?
Give me that white goo, brother. I'm ready
Give
for
me that unseasoned boiled chicken for dinner, boy. I love that.
Yo, not too much salt, Mom. It's a little too spicy for me. Come on. Not too
Oh, like
much.
white rice. That's it.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Hey, Mom. Yeah, they made fun of me for the sour cream thing. No, I know. That's what I told them. I said the Chipotle sauce isn't that good, and that they will literally replace it with sour cream for you if you ask for it.
Why would you ask?
I'm starting to think this. I don't know. I'm starting to think this whole adult thing isn't for me.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let him know. Thank you. My mom says if you keep being mean to me, that she's gonna tell your parents.
Shit. I mean, that's serious.
Say that you want sour cream on your quesadilla.
I'd rather die!